Hey everybody, it's DEC. I got with me Tim and Canton, who looks like he's lying on his side. You may have to do something about that. You look like looks like something's wrong there, Tim. And I also don't see your lips moving. Hey Chris, how are you?
Good afternoon. Good evening.
So this is one of my favorite movies of all time. I am stoked for this. I'm stoked for a little bit of Caddyshack. I own this on DVD. I owned it on VHF before this. I think the only films I've seen more of than this is Star Wars. I know every line. It is absurd, and I'm hoping everybody enjoys this and wants to watch it together. How often have you guys seen this film?
It's been a couple of years for me, but I've probably seen it 5 or 6 times. But it's good just to have a night to laugh.
I watched it 5 or 6 times on a weekend once.
I know.
I think I've seen it at least twice a year since it came out in 1980. At least. In its entirety.
This is one of these films that has no plot. It's strung together so poorly on many different levels. Harold Ramis, clearly, there's so much in here that is just like almost for like the hearing impaired. This movie is like or the sight impaired, that they actually telegraph everything that's going on. Oh, the moles are coming in. The moles coming in from Chervick Construction Company.
It is absolutely a hodgepodge of wedging in jokes just to make the joke work. There's a few scenes I remember where it always struck me as, why the hell was that in there? But I understand why it was funny, but had no meaning whatsoever to be in there. No context, nothing. But it's still funny.
Harold Ramis' first film.
Yeah, it's first directed.
Can you see? Am I straight up and down now, or I still look excited?
You are. You're good.
You look good.
Okay, good.
How's it going? So we're going to get started pretty soon here. So the plan is that I go 1, 2, 3, go. And then when I say go, that's when you start the movie.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
All right.
And that's for you watching at home too.
So 1, 2, 3, go.
All right. So if we're watching the same thing, we're watching the Orion thing coming up.
Yes.
Failed movie studio.
I was going to say, Orion, not even around, right?
Great movie studio. Can you guys hear it through my headphones or no?
I can hear a little bit.
All right, let me turn it down.
It's slightly synced off.
There you go.
Terrible soundtrack, by the way. Awful soundtrack.
This is, I think, Kenny Loggins' first in the next 100 movies that he did soundtracks to.
Right. I mean, this is a long build-up to...
Do you know how to get it off? You show me how to get this off. In Caddyshack 2, the gopher is more realistic, and it totally ruins it.
It's funny you say that, because I think my least favorite character in this whole movie is the stupid gopher.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Do you know where'd they film this?
I should know that. I think this is supposed to be in the Midwest, but I think they taped it in Florida.
It's not Belmont Country Club.
I had this off before. Maybe it's options. All right, so here we go. Was our first joke about that we never could sandwich into a movie for the first time. How many Noonan kids are there? You got to count.
6?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I counted the mother. 6. Danny Boy's 7, right?
Yep.
So, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So we've already counted Danny.
11.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. He reminds me of, who's that guy?
There he is. So that's 12?
Well,
I got to 12 today. I watched a little bit of the beginning of this. So what's the joke here?
Oh, it's got to be the bathroom. Yep, there it is.
Yep.
No, of why there are so many kids.
Oh, Irish Catholic?
They're Irish Catholic. You couldn't do that today.
Yeah.
That's
There's a lot
joke.
you couldn't do in this today. Yeah.
Oh, we're going to get to that.
Now, who's this guy? Was he a bit actor?
I've never seen him in anything.
No, he looks familiar, like maybe one of those Chicago-based actors that's in a million
Yeah, just
Movies
low
from
budget.
Chicago.
Yeah, maybe more B movies after this. I don't even know who that is. Never seen him.
No, he's scary.
He looks like one of the guys in the movie State of Grace with Sean Penn. One of the
Look, see, they
mobsters.
got the crucifix and everything in the kitchen.
Oh yeah,
The Catholic crucifix because it has Jesus on it. This
And
is
who does Danny
literally
date?
it's for like the blind and the deaf. Now, Danny
where'd my
was
stick
supposed
go?
to be the star of this film when they first started. It was going to be that the kids were the stars and the adults were like the secondary, and they flipped it at some point. How is it possible that they have that many kids that close in age?
And not only that, it's like a 3-bedroom,
Yeah.
2-family house.
Who just casually like hops down the ladder like that?
He does.
Why?
Yeah, he was at the door, but he decided to use the ladder.
So again, more subtlety here. You know, other side of the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now he's in the nice part of town.
Now he's in the uppity up.
Looks like somewhere in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Or it could be Winchester or Lexington, for God's sakes. Look at that. What's the name on that house? Minahan?
Too small.
That's the summer home.
This place looks like the most unfun place on the planet.
It really does.
Like from the moment that I see like the girls on the horseback.
Yeah. I love how we just transported into a completely different dimension.
I gotta look up where they filmed this.
I believe it was somewhere in Florida. Mr. Webb? Turn it down a little. Chevy's my least favorite part of this film. He does very little for me here.
What?
Said I should be a fire watcher. Oh no! Should I take that Twitter preference test? Oh yeah. I gotta go to college. Said I should be a fire watcher. And this is Russia. What's this Russia? This is Russia. No, the thing is really. I gotta go to college. I got it. Nebraska. Besides, it costs like $8,000 a year. Hold on. No, the thing is really. You want to go to Nebraska? It's just that my dad. It costs like $8,000 a year.
We lose Tim.
Well, Tim dropped off when I had the podcast like about 1 million times.
It's supposed to take place in Illinois. This is all filmed in Florida.
Yeah, see, I told you, Chicago.
Yeah, but it's all filmed in Florida.
I haven't been there, but I don't remember hearing that Chicago or Illinois looks like this in any way.
No, not at all.
Do you know what the holiday was that they celebrate later on?
No, I forget.
4th of July.
That's smooth.
$8,000 a year for college. Wouldn't that be nice?
It would. Those days are gone. Oh, we got Tim back.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch to my computer. Sorry.
Owen's in the corner here. It's the first time he's ever seen this film.
Usually have him watch 80s comedies.
Very little. I think he'd like the Cannonball Run too.
Oh,
Not
you
the
are
Cannonball
pushing
Run
that.
too, but the Cannonball Run. There's another bad sequel.
You are pushing that movie.
But other Ramis movies,
Groundhog Day.
Meatballs. He did Stripes too.
And starred in it, right?
Yeah, he had a run. He had a great run. Obviously, Ghostbusters too. But
Do I have my socks? I don't have socks. Okay.
If it's members only, like that.
He's not a random dude. That's Judge Smales. He runs the country club.
Oh, he runs the country.
still a meme till today. Every time you see him on Twitter, every day.
I think they're tunneling in from the construction site.
Just in case you're not going to put it together, who's coming up? You.
The drunk alcohol.
All of Bill Murray's film, all of Bill Murray's lines are all improvised. He
was going to ask. Yeah, I was going to ask
small
that.
part. He had a very small part in this, and he kept doing so much that was good. They just kept expanding his role, and they would just say, "Just go do something funny."
Yeah.
Keep in mind, this is the same guy who was in Lost in Translation.
There we go. I'm back.
We don't even have to do it, man.
So you're a little bit, to me, a little bit behind us, but
Okay. Let me get out of that. Sorry.
no,
I should have been up.
that's
I'm like a couple seconds behind. I only hit the thing. Rotor dial phone, baby.
does all know what one of those is?
No.
I picked up a push button phone at a yard sale once and plugged it in. It was like technology from outer space. I asked the kids if they knew how to even use it.
How about that one old Caddy?
I make my way over.
It's worth looking at Noonan's brother's face while this is going on, because he has no idea what's happening. Not Noonan, D'Annunzio.
Yeah, this is all improv.
The Dalai Lama. 12 sons. Flowing robes. So I'm on the first team. I'm not giving it a driver. He hauls off in a wax. Big hitter. Long. Into a 10,000 foot we finish 18. And I said, hey, Lama, hey, how about a little something, for the effort, And he says, oh, won't get any money. Die on your deathbed. You go that way, you will be right over. Yeah. So I got that going.
That's
Ball's right over there. Go straight and you can't miss it.
probably one of the most clipped one of the more popular ones on YouTube. The Dalai Lama one. If you pull it up and just search it.
No, they're not all supposed to be Irish people. They're the kids are all of all different races. So now you have your token Italian here.
Yes,
And
and they play
D'Annunzio.
that up. They play that up big, right?
Yeah.
So the Mr. and Mrs. Haverkamp here, they're a real married couple.
Really?
Yep.
I always so when I see this, I think Steve Robinson's younger brother and sister. I mean, the only thing they didn't do with D'Annunzio was have him drive a golf cart that was a Trans Am or a IROC.
He's got the smoke in his mouth.
The haircut, the sleeve,
Does he have a chain?
Oh, he's got a. He might even have the horn.
Today.
No chain. The chain would have made it for me.
He may, because he plays. He's a waiter later on where you might see it when they get in the fight.
Tony, that's right.
The tight jeans.
Yeah.
That's a good one, hon.
Hey, wait a minute. That's only 50 cents.
Now we meet the other Doyle, right?
Yep.
Or the other Murray.
The other Murray.
Murray.
Am I caught up to you guys?
Yeah,
I think Chris is a couple seconds ahead of me, and you're a couple seconds behind me.
Give me a Coke.
Yeah.
Is that what you're at, Chris?
He's you grabbed him through the cage.
And the door's open. Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, I think we're all synced up now.
Now, Brian Doyle Murray, everybody knows Bill's brother, but he, I think, wrote this, didn't he?
Yes, he did. See, this is the exposition to explain why the two of them have a problem.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the guy in the back, look at that old guy you mentioned. He's like 70. And then there's also the guy with the beard, looks like the caddy from Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good analogy.
Some more gold chains, leisure pants. And it looks like Cameron from Ferris Bueller. Is that him?
I don't think so.
No, it couldn't be. Too young. Night Riders.
Put it right on the line. But a lot of complaints already. Fooling around on the course, bad language, smoking grass, poor caddying.
Noonan's got a fire bush.
Replaced by golf carts. Like when Carl Lipbaum died last week in summer. Good caddy and a good anxiety attack. I heard he swallowed his wallet during a test. However it happened, that means good caddy and a good kid. Brown knows anyone who's interested should go see Judge Smales. Caddy scholarship is available again. Anyone who's interested should go see Judge Smales. That would help. All right, let's move on. We got the callers. Let's go. That's blood. Hey, Lou. What kind of grades do I need for this caddy scholarship? Well, if you've been a good caddy, I think they're kind of
Freaking toga potty. Right?
Yeah.
It's worth watching Mr. Scott in this. The bald guy who's playing Old Maid or Go Fish.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're playing fish. Another classic line.
By the way, if it's not very subtle, the doctor's name, Dr. Beeper. That gentleman in the background could sell you a house in the Boston area if you'd like.
Very successful realtor.
I'm playing tennis. You're playing golf and you're going to like it. Now my asthma. Give you asthma. Huh. You shoot today. Oh, I don't keep score. Oh, well, how do you measure yourself with other golfers? You know, shoot today with Dr. Beaker. I mean, he's been club champion.
Ted Knight, the master of the facial expressions, right?
Here comes an incredibly racist joke coming up.
Oh, yeah.
colored boy who went to heaven.
Jesus.
Yeah. Turn around so you can see his collar. Now is that guy famous? The guy shining the
Shining the shoe?
yeah.
No,
Is he a
but
famous actor?
the bishop is. I
was?
can't remember what he was in.
Oh, all right. So it's cervix. Yeah, you catch that on a license plate. Now here comes some blatant racism here.
Yep.
And I'm talking about Rodney, not the Japanese guy.
Hey, what?
It's a parking lot. Yeah, that.
I'm playing with Drew Scott today. This is my guest, Mr. Wang. Oh, I can give me have a half dozen of those folks to be and set my friend up here with the whole smear.
Now, Ted Knight invented the lip purse before any of the Kardashians, if you notice in this movie.
This is the worst looking hat I ever saw. A hat like this, I'll let you get a free bowl of soup,
What does that line even mean?
Nothing.
I was thinking the same thing. You get a free bowl of soup with a hat? That's not even like an
I've never understood what that means.
Sounded like listening to some of the LA Schnitt podcast, to be honest with you.
What an incredible disaster.
Cervix bag. Now, this is the judge's niece, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Another subtle name. Lacey Underall.
Yep.
She was in Tron, too. That's the only other thing I know her in.
But he never interacts with her, actually, and it's his niece.
He does here.
But there's like no oversight, no... It's just, hey, my niece showed up and just completely ruined the golf club. Bishop bickering.
Lacey's mother. That's good. Must be a nice change from very old man, huh?
Yes, I was getting really tired of having fun all the time.
Who screams obscenities saying double turds?
Double turds and double farts later on.
So we watch the bald guy. He's worth watching anytime he's on camera because he acts as though he's a spectator to the movie, not an actor. An actual wood driver.
Poor Wang had to keep his smile on the entire movie.
Yeah, he does.
Like his lips, his gums are drying out. Poor bastard. Again, another classic golf line.
He's not my type. That's a joke. I'm kidding. Yeah, give me the try. All right, place your bets. Place your bets.
Cutting edge technology.
Yes.
I love the guy in the background just hacking it up.
So
Listen, this is where he yells double fat.
Little story about this. Ramus gave him a wiffle ball and just said, do something funny. And so every time Ted is looking back, he doesn't realize this is happening. And as the consummate actor, he is getting more and more pissed at what Spaulding's doing.
Double farts.
Double turds, double fat.
Oh, bye-bye.
But I have to give Ted Knight credit for his acting job here because he takes his role so seriously in a comedy.
But did he not know what this was all about? It was just a slap together.
I don't think he knew.
Every joke under the sun. Well, this was a good song.
This guy's so random.
And not only that,
random.
it always seems like there's like 50 people on one hole.
Yeah, this guy's talking about one thing. and
There's your boy in the background, DEC.
Who? Oh yeah,
The ball guy.
the ball guy, Mr. Scott.
He's just dancing like he's good.
I've never
Something
noticed
wrong
him
with
dancing until right now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just ridiculous. It's
It's like he's having a
ridiculous.
spasm.
I plan to go to law school after I graduate.
So Lacey's just like the token arm candy walking around with them.
Yeah, because Spalding's playing, Smales,
Bishop Pickering.
Pickering, and Beepa. And so she's just walking with them.
Oh, here.
Good visuals.
Your garments, you're one of the lowest members of the food chain, and you'll probably be replaced by the rat. I have been pushed. I think it's about time that somebody teaches my what I have been pushed.
What's the purpose of my homie with a good hat? What's the purpose?
Owen is looking to see what's the deal with the guy with the hat. He's the assistant groundskeeper, and his job is to get rid of this one gopher. It's not that he's high; he's just not very bright.
His full name is Carl Spackler.
Yep.
Great name.
Why doesn't he just turn on the hose?
You have to wait for the film to happen. He's going to do that.
You guys are brothers, huh? They say for Italian. What is this, a family business or what? You know, they say for Italians, this is still my doctor, get out and start golfing. You're a funny kid, you know? What time you do back in boys?
So I just looking at some facts. The gopher was actually inserted after to add narrative throughout the film.
Very high quality.
Oh, really? Never knew
Yeah,
that.
so they didn't even consider having it actually in. Sounds were reused from the TV series Flipper.
Why don't you drop by sometime, huh? Drive off the phone, Ben. I'm sorry, but Roman Catholic? Says you can't come. Oh, I'm sorry, but says you can't come. You know, I've often thought of becoming a golf club. You know, I've often thought of becoming a golf club. Not bad, huh? I'll have 2,000 more units in the next 2 years. Hey, I bet they love a great shopping mall right here. Condos over there. I'll tell you, country clubs and cemeteries, biggest waste of real estate.
I mean, it's so disjointed. It's supposed to be this super exclusive club,
Yeah.
and it's on the edge of a development that you can put a shopping mall. You know?
Great line coming.
Oh yeah. And we get introduced to Maggie.
I want nothing like it.
No, I've heard that one.
That line has been said about 1 trillion times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right. Look at the prices: 65 cents, 40 cents for a hamburger.
You going out with me tonight, Maggie?
Come work with me.
I think it's assumed that that's the groundskeeper's daughter because they both have ridiculous accents that go in and out. Mm-hmm. It's right up to the green. You got to give it to Ted for his commitment to this role.
And you know, going back to Maggie, remember the time this was 1980, right? That's
Yeah.
Nadia Comaneci. She looks just like her,
Yeah.
the gymnast.
I like this guy.
And look in the background. The guy throws his club too.
I never noticed that.
There's little stuff. This is awesome. This is little stuff that you never pick up on.
I noticed your tip for warrants, sir. I should have mentioned to you before. Good idea. Next time, be more careful. Look, I'm terribly sorry, but I'll pay for you. I'll pay for you. No problem. See you at the table. Sign your card.
Ted Knight looks like he's agitated through the whole movie. Not just acting, just genuinely.
Not happy to be there at all.
Right? Sunburned, agitated, tired.
Very proud of you.
Didn't he die 86?
86. He had cancer at this point already. He had prostate cancer. Yep. He was already sick at this point.
I was just waiting to hear him say, Lou, Lou.
I did look up how much they spent $6 million budget and they made almost $40 million.
Yeah, huge hit.
And more. Wow. $40 million back in 1980?
1980, yeah.
Wow.
Caddy's just a guy who runs around and carries golf clubs.
Yeah, Caddy carries the golf clubs, tries to help the golfer plan his shots. They're a total obsolete job right now.
So like basically a golf.
So originally the movie was going to be 4.5 hours. That's how much they had to cut out.
Government of the United
Christ.
States.
They must have.
What did they do?
Like he has, it's clear Ramis had no idea what he was doing.
You gotta fall back. Firepower.
Oh, I don't.
Here it is. Great celebration of the 4th of July.
I think I read this was filmed in Boca Raton.
Look at the hair on the bassist. It is phenomenal. They put it back on the band.
You're looking lovely this evening, Miss
Lacey has to be the most unhappy person on the planet right now.
Yeah. Smails looks like a lion tamer.
Special little jacket.
There you go. Steak has marks.
Well, anyway, today I just stick to real estate. I went to market these days. If you own anything but land, you own a popcorn farm.
I mean, every dad joke you could think of right there at that table. There's your boy, DEC. He's having a ball.
Yeah. So here we go. Rodney goes and does his stand-up act.
Oh, jeez.
Your wife, oh, lovely lady. Hey, baby, you're all right. You must have been something. Hey, pal, how are you? You live alone? Nice to see you. Hey, Rabbi, nice to see you. How are you? This is your grandson, Oh, wonderful boy. Nice boy. That is a good boy, I'll tell you. I know I get young.
Rodney thought he was dying out here because there's no crowd to laugh at his jokes.
And apparently this is the movie that made it for him. He'd been around a long time as a stand-up.
Yeah, because how old is he in 80?
He's not a young man. He's probably late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah.
Might be older.
Let's see. Born in 1921. So he was 60.
Oh wow,
59.
this is his first film.
He was in one other movie in 1956 and 71. But yeah,
Wow.
you're right.
That's a big stretch.
One uncredited and one the projectionist.
I'm looking at the 3 comments we have. So far, all positive. Fantastic.
And then it was 3 more years before he was in another movie. Easy Money was the next.
And another good movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
Back
great
to
movie.
School. Oh, I forgot he was in. He was in Natural Born Killers.
Yes.
An uncredited role.
Yeah, he was Woody's father, I think, or the girl's father. He was very abusive.
Yeah.
Initially, Murray, Chase's, and Dangerfield's roles were to be cameo appearances, but they did so much improvising they expanded them. God, this would have been terrible if it was about the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another great
I
line.
mean, I can't even imagine it.
Can you make a shoe smell? I love that line.
How old do you think she's supposed to be?
18, 19, right? Maybe.
This has got to be pretty close to Chevy being a pederast.
Right?
We'll keep it clean because your child's in the room.
Again, there's still no plot.
No.
We are almost halfway through.
Yeah. There's nothing. It's just scene after scene of just random stuff.
Nothing.
The only plot is to kill the gopher. That's about it. Is that clear?
Which is so secondary.
Yeah.
Now at that table, there's Doug Kenny. I believe he wrote the movie. He was back at the dinner table with
Yes.
Rodney. Yeah.
He wrote the line "Ahoy polloi," which he was most proud of. Spalding.
Oh, he's gonna get that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're right. He produced it too.
John Borman, I think this guy's name is.
Yeah, he was on there was a hot minute he was on Howie Carr's show like every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
In the 90s.
Yep. Worked for a realtor downtown.
Yep.
Hello. She kind of looks like the former governor.
There's your boy,
Cody
DC.
Rao.
No, I'm
Guy's
fixated on this guy.
He's on every scene.
He almost stands like Larry David. Look at the bases here. Look at that here.
Oh yeah, there we go. I never noticed that.
Not 15, 14.
I don't know half of these lines even mean.
That's the point.
Oh, Dr. Beeper's excited for something that's going to happen later.
Is that? Oh, that's a Porsche, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kids are gonna be disappointed when they realize it's vomit. And
Oh, that is just so nasty when he slides down. Oh,
goes-
you can feel it and smell it, right?
And he's talking about the old ladies.
Right. They're on the senior circuit. Murray was phenomenal in this.
I think this is his first role too. I mean, he's fresh off of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Hold on. No, I did Meatball. A couple things before.
No,
that.
I think Are you sure? I think
Meatballs
Meatballs
is
was after that.
79. Meatballs is
Really?
79. Yeah.
For some reason, I thought Meatballs was after this.
No, then Stripes, Tootsie Ghostbusters. You went on a run.
Stripes is one of those films that is great first half, terrible second half.
Yes. 100%. As soon as they go to Europe, it's terrible. Now, do you think they had to pay royalties for the sound effect that Ty makes?
What is he? What would he pay royalties for? What am I missing?
$6 million man.
Oh,
I mean, that was when it was on. Obviously.
I don't think they had royalties for that type of stuff then.
Yeah. I mean, it's iconic. And you make that sound as a kid, everybody knew you were doing being bionic.
You know what? I never picked that up.
You're supposed to be the Caddyshack authority.
I'm supposed to be. I'm not the $6 million man expert.
He's Chris.
Less
You
than
know,
one.
he's the Cannonball Run authority.
Yeah. The authority on a lot of other things too that we can't get into tonight.
Him doesn't like it when you say bad things about me. You know him.
Again, that means nothing. A straight line in opposite directions.
what a grand prize.
Yeah.
One is a pair of socks.
Again, underrated. See, there's the guy who looks like he's in Happy Gilmore. Looks just like him. Stereotype in here.
Just a little bit. Watching this again, the best part is just the random people in the back.
Right, they're playing frisbee.
It was what they did in the 1980s, Owen. They wore shirts like that in the early 80s.
Again, there's 100 people standing on a private golf course.
It's Caddy Day.
I know we're just picking it apart.
No, but it's fun. It's funny when you actually.
It is.
It's the one day they allow the riffraff in.
Yeah. And it's by far the longest day ever. I mean, they play golf, then go swimming.
For 15 minutes.
Right? I mean, look at the kid in the background here. He's got his shirt wide open. He's wearing Converse high tops.
For whatever reason, Judge Smales is interested enough that he's following this group.
Yeah.
Walking 18. That's how invested he is in this golf course.
And the wife. Another line when anybody's putting, yelling Noonan.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody hates the kid. Right? Nobody likes Noonan.
No. Well, Ty does.
But none of the other caddies.
Nope.
No.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that the Italians and the Irish don't get along.
Look at these guys. No shirts on with a vest. Pants up to their belly button.
Oh, and check out this camera.
See, there's the lip purse. He just started it.
Yep.
Yeah, Polaroid.
Yeah.
That was top of the line.
Yeah.
All right, close your eyes, Owen.
Oh, sister.
This is
See,
not a film for
she
you.
reminds me of some Eastern European gymnast. Can't stand her.
You're letting your 12-year-old watch rated R movies?
Is this a rated R movie?
I think it is.
Maybe because of language.
Yeah.
There's not much language in here.
Maybe not.
Meanwhile, like, what is the Nunzio trying to do here?
Yeah, right.
That's really creepy.
He's got hops if you can do that.
Like, why was he jumping? He's at window level.
Yeah, I know.
Just look right.
Looks like he was a pogo stick.
Right? Again, jamming things in. That makes it funny.
Caddy day, 15 minutes.
Absolutely classic scene. Look at the half shirts, sweat socks up to the knee. If you notice, one of the waiters jumps in fully clothed.
Yeah.
It's like they basically put the camera on and they're like, yeah, do whatever you want.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, just jump in. We'll catch it and splice it together.
So much awesome early's 80ness. Kids wearing a jock. What does that even mean?
No idea. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this again to try to listen for all the.
Again, another terrible, terrible song. Terrible. Mark Spitz here with the grape smuggler. Back here. So let's see. Cindy Morgan. I want to see how old she was.
Oh, God, she has corona.
So she was 26.
54. Yeah.
So 26, yeah.
Yeah. They filmed this in 79.
I think she looks 40.
Yeah, she does. She doesn't look young.
You're right. She was in Tron.
But I think she's supposed to be younger. Because I don't know why mom would have to shift off a 26-year-old.
Right. And I liked how those two hate each other, but he gave him his awesome glasses to hold. This is great. The synchronized swimming.
And for whatever reason, this really upsets the lifeguard.
And again, there's a guy in there that could be everybody's grandfather.
Yeah, the guy with the beard.
Yes, they probably just throw him in.
Probably somebody's dad or something.
Right? Hey, we need somebody.
Yeah.
He's got shoes on.
Just complete randomness.
Half of them have pants on.
Pants. There you go.
And the lifeguard's got one leg with the cream on it that makes it look like it's broken. Now, this was dangerous, this little stunt. And here we go. Here we go.
Hey, thanks a lot.
It's so great. And I can confirm this actually does work.
Of course you've done this.
I used to work at a pool. Yeah, I worked at a public pool. We've done this trick. Of course, after seeing this.
She's still so angry about that.
Hello.
Whoa.
I think that's the only scene, right? Because even Ty and...
Yeah.
Cindy Morgan's topless at one point.
When she's with Ty?
Yeah, when she's with Danny.
Duty. The cinematography right here is phenomenal. Phenomenal. I mean, it reminds you of Jaws, like not just
Yeah,
the
it does.
music, the
Just the
floaties
way-
going
Yeah,
everywhere.
in their level of the pool too.
What Spalding? Now this always reminded me of Mike TV from Willy Wonka. The whole getup.
I want the entire pool scrub sterilized and disinfected.
Why do they have to have a hazmat suit come out?
because of the fecal matter.
Yeah.
Don't we deal with
Oh,
that
wait till
stuff.
Owen sees this.
There it is. No big deal. No big deal.
The face is phenomenal. Again, we still don't really have a plot. We know he's going to get the scholarship money, but that's about it. It's very flimsy.
Ty's house is spectacular.
Because we're now what, almost 50 minutes in? No, yeah, you're right. No plot. Yeah, no plot.
Yeah, he's very zen. Who did he reference? The poet, was it Basho, I think?
Yeah.
It was a Japanese poet I looked up. He's extremely zen.
Another inappropriate line coming up.
And none of it's Vietnamese. It's all Japanese.
Yeah.
Chevy, what is Chase he's in his late 70s now, right?
So it's funny you say that, Chris. I was just looking up. He was born in 43, so he's 13 years older than her in this.
40.
Which is a little creepy.
What's he, 76 now? 77?
Yeah.
He did not age well either.
No, he's 76.
A lot of painkillers.
And coke.
Yep.
It's
There we go. Oh, that's right. Skinny dipping here, right?
yeah.
I hope white.
You get serious.
And Chevy Chase is 6'4". He's a big guy.
Wow, I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, I remember hearing he was a big guy. And because I don't think Murray's tall, but I think he might be like just under 6 foot.
I think he's got a home in Eastern Connecticut. I had heard that. Some guys I knew. Yeah, I like outside of Danbury, I think he lives.
Oh, really?
And he was at a pool place, and these guys I knew who did like radio promotions, like what Mike used to do, saw him there. They're at a pool club, and like Chase went up there. He's like, "Hey guys, don't make a big deal about the fact that I'm here."
I just looked up Ted Knight because he's from Terryville, Connecticut, but his real name I couldn't even pronounce his.
Like Flaudius Calopola or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. It's
very, very Polish.
I was wrong. Bill Murray's 6'2". Because the rumor is that they went at it on set.
Yeah.
That they hated each other. And Brian Murray hated Chevy Chase too. I think Chevy has talked about that.
Yeah, there was a lot of strife with this.
Yeah.
Again, there's really no point to this scene coming up.
Right, with the christening.
Yeah. Another.
Yep, another gratuitous racist scene. Yeah.
But it does make the point of them being very snobbish and waspy.
Yeah, waspy. Yeah.
Way over the top, though.
Yeah. It's not just about being white, it's being waspy.
Hi, you going night?
Look at the little kid making faces.
Oh, shoot. No, my daughter came down and hit the thing.
You caught up?
I'm at the Ahoy Polloi scene.
Yeah, just a second behind.
Boogies. Chet Schick.
No, he looks like Bob Saget.
Yeah, he does kind of look like Bob Saget.
Oh,
But he's not. He's Chuck Schick.
I see that you fired because you just were so awful.
Hey, Cary Grant, you want to get high?
Wait a minute, I've only got a little.
Nothing in.
You want to get high?
Wait a minute, I've only got a little.
He's upset.
Guess I'm a little overdressed, huh?
Depends on what's underneath. Come on.
I've got a little poem that I'd like to read. All you put on the boat. It's easy to grin when your ship comes in, and you've got the stock market beat. A man worthwhile, a man who can smile when his shorts aren't too tight in the seat.
I love that laugh.
Comes in,
Oh, shoot.
and you've got the stock market beat. A man worthwhile, a man who can smile. His shorts aren't too tight.
Of course, it's the flying wasp.
Yeah.
This is him spoiled. Like he owned a basketball team.
I couldn't be flying wasp. This is your favorite. Looks like you're gonna make a lot of money when you're older. Could be in the market or on a game show. Is it?
Ooh. Not okay.
I can get you.
Don't lick his hand. That's how viruses spread. That's not-
Yes, I know it's how viruses spread, but someday you'll appreciate that.
No.
It's a different time. Oh,
Look at those sideburns.
Oh, phenomenal.
There he is, Mr. Scott. He's everywhere, Rodney.
He is. But I think Scott was hanging out in the clubhouse like he's a member already.
Yeah, no, he's a member. Rodney's there because of Scott. He's a guest.
Because he's his guest.
Yeah.
I never even put that together.
That's Spalding.
Spalding owns a ball company. Makes basketball.
Of course, there's a race team out there.
Everything is
Awesome. It's awesome.
random speedboats.
like every cliche is out there.
Right?
No.
Who owns the rights to this on cable? Is it Golf Channel?
Don't
Or,
idea. I know on Comcast it's on IFC.
Oh
I
yeah.
believe.
Can you get that?
All right, close your eyes, Owen.
Yep. Hello.
Just chilling out at Smale's place.
It's a Mr. Skin certified movie.
This was Ted Knight's final film.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, just reading that.
He's already had a bad day. And that's their bedroom.
Oh, you're right.
He's got an intercom system there.
He had colon cancer in 1977.
Ooh.
Then he came back in 1985.
Like, why is Ted Knight hanging out with these old people?
Yeah.
He's like 30 years younger.
And that's the same couple, right?
Yeah, the Haverkamps. Howdy, Hugh.
The loofah.
Who's in the shower?
Mrs.
Jody Rell.
Oh, yeah.
They were ancient. All right, now this is one of the scenes. So Bill Murray improvised this. I remember this from years ago, hearing that.
Oh, yeah, this is totally improvised.
Right, but if you look at what he's doing, he's cutting up perfectly healthy flowers.
Yep.
For no reason.
After I learned a little bit about golf, the clubs that he's calling out, the distance, he's got 455 yards, a 2-iron.
Not happening with a driver. But the fact he's just killing healthy flowers,
Yep.
because he wanted to improvise a steam, and Harold Ramis loved it so much he left it in. It makes no sense. But the guy obviously knew what would work.
A 5-iron to get 350.
Right. A miracle.
He really likes the idea of a Cinderella story, doesn't he?
Looks like a wreck. It's in the hole. It's in the hole. There's in 9 holes before this rain. Take my back, huh? Take my back, huh?
You call him your magnificence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the bishop just thinks any old person there who doesn't look like him must be a caddy.
All right.
That's a great shot, though. Really clever. We better start moving.
The laugh is so devious.
Kind of looks like Ernest Borgnine.
A little bit, yeah.
I keep playing. I don't think the heavy shit's gonna come down for quite a while. All right. Anyway, the good Lord would never disrupt the best game of my life.
It's a hurricane.
And the pitch black now.
Right, that's the other thing. It's
Completely dark.
right. But they're playing by the moonlight. Again, it worked, right?
Yeah. He just leaves his back there.
A bad day, Danny Noonan.
Neat. Here comes the knee-jerk reaction.
Being pregnant. Being pregnant. Well, I don't hold you responsible. Well, I don't hold you responsible. Caddy.
I'm gonna let you go through this alone. I'm gonna let you go through this alone.
No. I'm gonna have
That's
it.
all I need. So I'm trying to read all the writing on the lockers.
Lockers? Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Above the window, it says "No peeing out this window." Balls.
No, you don't.
I love it how she comes in and out of her accent.
Yes.
like,
So true, Chris.
like when she was just yelling. There's no
Yeah.
accent at all.
Right after yours.
I mean, 1 second it's as thick as it comes.
It's like some of the callers the Kirk show.
There comes Lou.
I want to marry you.
Oh, yeah. Where's cake for nothing?
Thanks for nothing.
Good kid, Noonan. She needs you.
Pick that up.
Does everyone have a cigarette?
Morning, Lou. Morning, sir. Judge would like to see a caddy named Danny Noonan. I'm Danny Noonan. Come with me, please. I'm Danny Noonan. Come with me, please.
Oh, great. Where's it gone?
You would think that, Owen, but there's a very important reason why Judge Smails isn't going to do that.
Judge Smails, sir? Sit down, Danny. Danny, I think you know why you're here. So I'll here to see what happened yesterday. My niece. Fascinating. Any of us need right now.
Like, who cares?
Right.
That's the whole premise of what's happening next, just to silence Danny.
Right.
Danny wasn't going to say anything to anyone anyways.
But again, it just worked. It's the lines. There's so many quotable lines in this whole movie, and
Yeah.
subtle scenes like him whacking his knee against the side of the desk. I owed it to them.
If that's true, he's the most psychopathic person on the planet.
Sending kids younger than him to the gas chamber. See, there's the lip person.
Yeah. You're right.
I know how hard it is. Well, just ask my grandson Spaulding. He and I are regular pals. Well, just ask my grandson Spaulding. He and I are regular pals.
That's so scary. You my pal.
There's some good sound clips you should use, DEC.
I've got the laugh here.
Oh, are you my pal?
Oh, I could do that one. How about a Fresca?
That's a famous one.
I use that one for years.
Howie plays that one all the time. All the time.
I never noticed the guy reading the paper in the background.
Oh, yeah.
There's the guy again.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah. You gotta watch him. He's in rare form in this scene.
He's like leering at her.
Yeah.
God. There he is with the lips. Bushwood.
See him holding her hand right there?
Yeah, just grabs her.
It's so
Girl boy,
creepy.
abduct her. Look at him. He's still reminds me of somebody I know of.
No.
Know of.
Yeah.
Look at the bishop in the back. You think that's supposed to be like, what was his name? Foster Grant?
Yeah.
Was that guy?
He's just totally given up because he lost that because he missed by a shot.
Disheveled, pie-eyed.
And Maggie just happens to be running around at night, and Danny happens to be hanging out at the flagpole. We've got to get out of the way that she's not pregnant.
Yeah, Danny, just go stand on the golf course with your hands in your pocket.
Is that a members only jacket?
It's close. Might be a Barracuda.
Does she even have an accent here at all? A little bit, yeah.
Why is he upset about getting this? I've never understood why he was upset about getting the scholarship.
And he sold himself to the judge.
I'll tell you what's real satisfying cash. I'll shoot to 18 holes for $10,000. Everybody knows it. I don't play golf. I don't play golf. What are you, religious or something? What are you, religious or something? Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I have a word with you. All right. Private. I have a word with you. Private.
I'm just stunned by Ted Knight's acting here. How seriously he took this role.
He was the best part of the whole movie.
I'll see you two tomorrow morning on a golf course. Beautiful.
By the way, when does the judge work?
I don't know. That's a great. The career of law is long hours.
The court's out of session for the summer.
You're right.
How is that? I mean, we're at
recess.
we're at a Timothy McVeigh level of plastic explosive here.
C4.
See, that's the famous face.
I gotta get inside.
Justin.
I'm gonna use to do my dirty work.
I didn't even notice the private chat. Oh, Judge. Okay. He knows. He's been arrested a number of times. Justin. Yeah.
Oh, Judge
Indeed,
never
a lot of
works in the
indecency.
summers. It's good info.
What's that, Owen?
The character was like ADHD or something.
You're looking way too much into this movie, Owen.
What's his name?
His
I
name
think
is
we are
Carl.
too.
He wants to know like if he has a
Oh yeah,
medical condition.
we're over it. I mean, that's what you do.
Yeah,
So
but it's just a film, Owen.
I just looked at the comments. Somebody says a horror is considered comedy. It's a cult classic.
Oh, it's hysterical.
Yeah.
It's just
absurd.
ridiculous.
It's just absurd. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
So this whole scene only is in the film because they realize they have Chevy and Bill Murray, and they've never been together. Total
That's
improv.
right. In the whole movie. Yeah. Yeah. And this is it, right?
This is it. There's a scene in the televised version of this at the very beginning with the cuts, but this is the scene.
And this is after they had beefed on SNL. Legendary beefs. Consummate professionals. Classic line coming up.
I have a lot of things in order. Sit down, come on. Oh, I don't want to speak. Just right back. Oh, right or something. Get right. You know, the curtain up out there, something I can get right to. People say, you know, I'm an idiot or something.
I use that line all the time.
Well, as far as you know.
I'm studying a lot of this stuff, so I know it's chinch bugs. You know, chinch bugs. Manganese. Hey, Carl, can I get a nitrogen? I invented my own nitrogen. You know that? Look at it. Register. Carl Stagger event. Yeah, this is a hybrid. This is a cross.
Watch Chevy's face.
Bluegrass, Fetterman fence, and Northern California sets a meal. The amazing stuff about this is you play 36 holes on it in the afternoon. Take it home and just get stoned. At night.
His lip. He's doing the cow lip.
Let's say a little bit of this. I get a big problem. Oh, I really don't see this very well. Maybe one drive.
Now, none of this was scripted, right?
Nope.
It's a little harsh. Hand on it. Right there. And then one more, he's right on top of cannonball. Cannonball coming. Cannonball coming. Carl. Myself. Rob. Myself. That's fine. That's good. That's fine for me. Can I say something to you, Frank? Can I say something to you, Frank? Well, I've been a little understrained. I gotta play the Smails tomorrow. Well, I've been a little understrained. Smails tomorrow. Smails? Which Smails is? Funny match. I'll take care of it. What do you gotta do to the Smails? I'll take care of it. What do you gotta do to the Smails? But he goes back. Because he goes back. When he goes back, he stays there. All the way to the right foot. I'm gonna call you if I need that help. I would work. I'm gonna call you if I need that help. Seriously, nobody has to talk or just you ever want to rap or just talk or just get weird with you. Buddies for life. I'll drop by. You drop by.
Here we go.
Go around Briar. Uh-huh. We have a pond in the back. And a pond. Anything would be good. Anyway, I'm going to clean this up. Go ahead and clean up a little bit. It's fine to me. Thanks for the dope.
I just love Ted Knight's commitment and seriousness about moving the steering wheel.
What do you think you're doing? Get off of here. This is a golf course. You back this thing out of here right now.
No, man.
Hey, the bat. Don't play a game with the big pie.
But it where it belongs.
Get out of here. Like, oh. Do it. I didn't do that. Oh, there's my phone.
So it's just reading. Tony, the caddy here,
Yeah.
dated Lacey Underall for a couple years after the movie.
No kidding. Good for him.
Yeah.
How old was he?
He's got to be around the same, right?
Yeah.
Scott Columby.
Early 20s, mid 20s.
We all know this. Like to ask at this time, practice, you gentlemen. Like to ask at this time, sanction, gentlemen. Said referee, waive all sanction against said referee.
Born in 52.
He's 28 at the time. 27.
You look at him, it's hard to believe he's an old man.
Hmm.
He's in my hand. Honor even. You're out. Out it is. Your Honor.
Judge or something?
And why is, well, we know why he's there, but Spalding has no role,
None.
Oh, he just
playing.
stands there.
right? With his big cuffed jeans. Oh, he's a caddy. Sorry. He's the caddy
Yeah. Oh, okay.
for Judge, it looks like.
No, Danny's the judge's caddy.
Oh, that's right. So he must be Dr. Beepers. Right, because doesn't he carry the bag?
Hello, Mr. Goldberg. Yeah, it's me. This girl. Yeah. Hey. Just a harmless stone, not a plastic exposure or anything, nothing to be worried about. I'm just here to make your last hours on Earth possible. Yeah, so mine is. Doctor's orders. Hey, don't mind if I just pop in there. Yeah, that's right. Where's the show called start? Au revoir.
Oh no.
Poor Danny, the unwilling accomplice. Kangaroo.
The guy sitting down.
What's up, Doc?
Yeah, he's the. So it's okay if the doctor was blown in his ear?
Right. You're not good. There we go. And there's your boy DEC. He's in the bushes.
Yeah.
He's a member and he's hiding in the bushes.
And he's the one who's got the explanation for this, by the way, too, at the end.
Do we know do we know his name?
I have no idea. Scott is his last name. That's the only thing I know about him.
And so is the other guy that he's always paired with. He's in the bushes with him too. The members and all the caddies.
So we're right now at a total of $80,000.
What's the look they were going for with the doctor with the pith helmet? And is he supposed to be like
Safari? Doesn't he look like he's on Safari?
Right? I never understood that.
All
It's not
black.
like it's keeping sun out of his eyes. That's that stupid gopher. So that's the sound clip from Flipper right there.
Yeah. That makes sense now because it's kind of just
Right?
a ridiculous sound that doesn't belong with a gopher at all.
Another famous one. You know who the doctor looks like there, DEC?
Who's that?
Mr. Paul Lind.
Oh, my
face.
goodness.
Oh, it's a fractured ulnar.
Did
Well, come on over
why
here,
did you
Rodney.
do
Let
that,
me
Tim?
let me
Tim,
give you an exam.
Tim, please.
What's
got
that, Chris?
I got a place to put my
I was
ball.
hoping we get through the night without Paul Lind.
Sorry, buddy.
The call this week was great, though. I don't know who that was. They're really good.
Oh, that wasn't me. That was awesome.
That was,
I think that was
Jerry's Uncle Mike.
Yeah, Jerry's uncle. That was excellent.
Like, this is just ridiculous that Danny's involved here.
Right.
He's throwing his education down the drain, potentially.
But then again, 40 grand back then probably
Yeah.
paid for any school, right?
Well,
Probably.
it's 8,000 times 4 at 32.
Yeah, he's all set. He could even afford to get a haircut. Look, they went from people in the bush to like 100 people watching.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry, it's Haiti. In Haiti.
You're right. The music is typical 80s, though.
Right? Doesn't it remind you of like the show Chips?
Yeah.
And it's always in the background. There's your boy, Paul Lynn Jr.
You're right. It's something more like a TV show soundtrack.
This was good when Ty had his meltdown. By the way, that was a huge slice. Huge.
It's not good to put plastic explosive in your mouth.
I don't think so. I don't think it's even good to put clay in your mouth.
No, you're right. Now there's a huge gallery.
Yeah.
Right.
Now everybody likes Danny, of course.
Gentlemen, Lee Sports.
Ooh. Look at Scott in the background. He's got a pitcher of beer that he's drinking with the short shorts. With short shorts on.
Right. I never realized that ever.
Me neither until DEC pointed him out.
He is almost in every scene.
Yeah. Look at those shorts. Jesus. It is a leisure slacks fiesta in this movie. My God. Now, one of the caddies, I just looked in the scene, one of the caddies is John Murray. I'm assuming he's related. He was in
Yeah, there were three.
Scrooged. Oh, were there?
Brother.
There were three Murray brothers in this.
Because I think there's what, 8 total and 9 total Murrays?
So we're talking 160 on the line.
Yeah.
Is that one's still used today? Memes all over Twitter.
Yes.
Look at that picture. But he doesn't really do it.
Oh, you already drank it.
Yeah, it's gone. You're right. It's like crime music or Dirty Harry.
Yeah,
It's
you're right.
Dirty-
Like
There's probably something in the Warner stock library.
It's like Dirty Harry music. When he's
creeping around a back alley waiting for the perp to come around the corner. Ooh. Fakest golf ball in the world, it looks like. Now those explosions look like they legit did them on the course.
Yeah.
Obviously not with C4, but pretty impressive.
Right. That's probably where most of the budget went to.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you know, everybody loves Danny.
Huge craters.
That's fake.
How was it 5 plastic explosives?
That's
He
outstanding.
didn't do 5 plastic explosives on him.
Moose Rocco.
I hate this final line. I hate it in front of the whole crowd.
Yeah.
It was so dumb. It was such a good movie. And that means
Nothing.
But there's no
I know.
plot anyway. So why would there be?
Right.
That's it. What did you think, Owen?
Not bad.
Not bad? Stop it. It's great. Should have gotten an Oscar.
So
Great acting.
a few things. Ramus said it was only Danny could actually swing a golf club, which is funny because Bill Murray's such a huge golfer.
Yeah.
I think Brian Doyle is
after
too.
this.
Yeah.
Danny had a good golf swing.
Yeah, he did. He's
Yeah.
the only one who looked kind of like he could play. That was fun. It's nice just to laugh for a little bit.
Mm.
Not surprisingly, Don Rickles originally considered for the part of Al.
Would have been a disaster. I can't even imagine somebody else doing this.
Dangerfield was great.
Well, we did this, and I think we upended the min cells. I got a urgent DM from one of the min cells questioning this because it bumped his time. Because I think people were wanting to see Phil not say anything for an hour.
I thought the way the OGs was 7, this was 8, and Must See comes out at 10.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But maybe that's the Must See. The Must See one. I'm just busting balls. All right, Justin, what do we do here? Movie's over.
We're good.
I didn't think about how do we get out of this.
Oh, here's a good one. The little girl with the big pigtails and the footy pajamas playing Danny's youngest sister is Harold Ramis' daughter.
Yeah.
She was 3 years old at the time.
I'm assuming everyone was his friend in this.
I know, right? I know. It looks like he just asked people walking by to come.
I mean, he had everything I've heard. He had no idea what he was doing.
That was great. It was nice to laugh, though.
Yeah, no, it needed a laugh
moment.
tonight.
Yeah, it was great. Thanks.
So if you guys like this, make some suggestions. What do you want? What would you want next?
I got an idea.
I was all about the Cannonball Run, but
I got an idea.
what's your idea?
Spaceballs.
A Spaceballs is a good idea.
Yeah, Spaceballs would be fun.
Spaceballs is a really good idea.
All right.
All right, so intern Justin just said, just say goodbye. So that's what we'll say. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Ciao.
It was fun.
Thanks for having me. That was
Take
fun.
care.
See you, boys.
Yeah.
Hey, boys.